All right, Robin, what's in the news?
Oh, goodness.
If I was him, if I was his dad, I'd tell him to take two more weeks to think about that tattoo.
I tell him just to try to finish school. 13 years.
You guys been in school for 13 years.
Forget tattoos, study.
He wasn't kidding. This guy's been in college for 13 years. All these kids are in college for 13 years.
You were his dad, you would have moved to Mexico.
You're not kidding. Been bankrupt.
But I bet you he has an apartment.
Yeah. How come he has no problems?
Snoop Doggy Dogg says there is such a thing as justice, Howard.
Right.
A judge declared a mistrial yesterday on the manslaughter charges in the 1993 shooting of Philip Waldemariam.
Well, at least none of our interns have been up on shooting charges.
The jury acquitted the rapper, whose real name is Calvin Broadus, of
Broadus.
Murder in the case.
Like
His
in bra.
bodyguard also was found innocent. They had claimed self-defense in the case, and here is Snoop Doggy Dogg expressing his satisfaction with the jury.
I'm very happy. He better thank that jury. They shot a guy in the back, and he's innocent. I mean, I don't know what happened that night. Maybe he is innocent, but
I don't know. I didn't hear all
dead.
the testimony.
I want to thank the jury for deliberating, coming up with the right decision, doing what they did, thoroughly thinking out what they did, looking at the evidence, and not believing in what the district attorney was trying to bring across, making it like what we did was a violent act.
Well, it was a violent act.
A violent act, according to him.
Well, supposedly the bodyguard is the one who shot the...
But he's talking about both of them. Neither one of them did a violent act.
Right.
What else does Snoop have to say?
Don't they go to jail just for carrying a gun?
I guess the bodyguard might have had do bodyguards get licensed to carry guns?
I thought there was like some kind of law, a year mandatory sentence in some places. I guess not there.
But the bodyguard probably had a license.
Oh, you think so? Yeah.
I don't know.
Sure.
We're ready to move on. We want to see our kids grow up, graduate. We're about saving lives. We're not about taking lives.
Cool.
And he does thank, he does almost sound like he's accepting an award here, thanking everybody from Dog Pound Records, etc.
Yeah, I saw him on MTV. It sounded like he just won a Grammy.
Here he is again. He's still thanking.
I want to really thank all my peoples on Death Row Records, all my homeboys, all my management, everything, everybody that's...
Do you think he knows the word is people? I want to thank all my people. I think he knows. Do you think he just say, I want
yeah, peoples is just his cool way of saying
cool,
people.
Right.
Yeah.
Supported me and my league through this 2.5 years of just misery we've been going through, you know what I'm saying?
Do you think when he says, you know what I'm saying, that they just say that now?
No, I think that's become
And, yeah.
You got to say, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's
and then you nod, and you go, yeah, I better not say, I don't know what you're saying, or else he's a black guy, he'll beat me up. Yeah, I know what you're saying, man. I saw John Norris was interviewing him.
They don't know what they're saying.
John Norris, the white guy that we know, he was interviewing Snoop Doggy Dogg, and every time Snoop Doggy would go, you know what I'm saying? John Norris would be like, yeah, sure, I know what you're saying.
But I think they start asking that question because they're not sure of what they said. They wonder if they made it.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's more like a question. Does anyone know what I'm saying? I'm not getting into trouble saying it.
Just say something.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's cool not to be able to even speak English. The whole world's messed up.
Meanwhile, a lawyer for the family of the victim in this case.
Yeah, they must be thrilled.
Says that the case isn't over yet. The client is pursuing a $25 million wrongful death lawsuit against Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Lawyers have figured out how to have cases and then
go on.
You have other
and
cases.
on and on and on with the same case.
Even in the O.J. trial, that's never going to end.
Yeah. We'll have O.J. forever. We thought it was over.
It's just beginning.
So there'll be more of the Snoop. They don't even know whether they'll retry on this one count. They're going back to the prosecutor's office and studying this whole thing.
It's hardly worth it.
Right now, Snoop is off that hook.
I'm just glad we're going to have more Snoop Doggy Dogg music.
Well, you know what was number one, or debuting at number one, I guess, this week, is the Tupac Shakur album.
Really?
Yeah.
It's good to be... Well, if you're going to have gangster rap, you better damn well have a couple of faces going. Yeah, you better have some things going on. I mean, Tupac is, he's been shot 5 times.
Yeah, everything's happened to him. He's been thrown in jail.
I mean, I'm not... That guy is a gangster.
He's living the life.
Right.
These other guys are just singing about it. Christopher Reeve says he misses acting.
Well, he should have been on that horse.
And he has become an advocate for people who have suffered, as he has, from spinal cord injuries. Here he is from his appearance on CNN's Larry King.
Tell me, Chris, what's it like now that you can't get laid? My whole life is about getting laid.
I was at Kessler Institute for Rehab, and there are a lot of people there. Their insurance ran out. They just got booted out. Before they were medically ready to go home, they just had no choice.
No.
Some of them end up...
That's because, Chris, all these ghoul doctors are saving everybody and propping them up in chairs like puppets.
Nursing homes are staring out the window the rest of their lives because there's no rehab.
Sounds like Gorilla whining about his apartment. Well, you got to understand something. These doctors, what they do is they fix these. They bring these guys. They're like Frankenstein now. They bring these guys back from the dead. They charge them a fortune. They don't know what to do with them. It costs a fortune to take care of them.
Fix them.
Right.
But I don't agree with what Howard's saying. I understand.
Up the air, you might.
No, I don't. And here is Christopher Reeve saying he's not going to just sit around.
Oh, really? Oh. He's not going to just sit around.
I'm going to direct. I'm actually going to write a book. I'm going to give speeches around the country. I'm not going to sit home and watch grass grow.
Watch what?
Watch the grass grow.
I'd love to just sit home and watch the grass grow.
You're looking for that.
Yeah, I've written a book.
He also says that he's not missing out on romance, Howard.
What?
He says that his wife, his beautiful, extraordinary wife, Dana, makes him feel like a high school senior.
Damn, I wish my wife could do that.
That was Reeves' cheerful revelation in response to King asking him if he could still have sex.
So she makes him feel like a high school senior?
Yes.
Well, I don't know. In high school, I always got girls with a glove on were handling me. I don't know. I mean, he probably didn't get laid in high school either.
Well,
in high school, I don't think I got laid. Hey, I feel like a high school senior. What do you mean? You get a lot of great sex? No. I haven't gotten anything. I can't even get anyone to go to a prom with me.
Climbing the wall.
Yeah. High school senior. Larry King, that's got to be foremost on his mind. What's it like to keep it in your pants permanently? What kind of sex could he be having? He can't move his wiener.
Well, whatever. Well, that's an involuntary thing.
What do you think she does?
Probably. But you remember the movie Coming Home with John Voight and Jane Fonda?
So you think like what does she sit on top of his head?
She might do that.
Well, what good is that for a guy?
Breathe.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's got to breathe. The guy's got a serious problem there. It's not even like John Voight. John Voight could move his hand.
Yeah, but wherever you have feeling, that's where you touch and it becomes super sensitive. Remember, we talked to that paralyzed girl.
So what do you think she does, like rub his nose? I mean, what is she doing for him? Let's get into it.
I don't know what she does for him, but she does it on the feeling parts, I would imagine.
I stroked his forehead. I mean, what is he talking about that he's getting sex? I'm curious.
I guess we have to have him on the show. I don't know exactly what that means.
Gary, book me Christopher Reeve, please.
But I have heard patients who have suffered these kind of catastrophes say that they discover that sex is mostly in the mind.
Really? Well, for me it is. At this point, I haven't gotten laid in 2 weeks. My wife doesn't even consider me anymore. On Saturday night, she gets all sexed up.
You have a 2-week drought, and then you all of a sudden say that's your whole marriage.
Nah, listen, she's been married to me way too long. I'm telling you guys, years ago when they started marriage, people used to live till they were 30 and they would drop dead.
That's right. Marriages only lasted 10 years.
You be with a woman 20 years like me, she has no... She thinks I'm gross.
Zero interest.
She thinks I'm so gross, and she's always looking at other guys.
Then why don't you two just... you still love each other, right?
Yes, I do. I don't know about her.
Oh, stop it. You still love each other. You still enjoy each other's company.
Like a sister and brother.
But wait a minute. I'm getting to something here.
Yeah.
You enjoy ech other's company. Why don't you just say, well, honey, we can date other people. It doesn't have to get serious.
Yeah. Oh, I've said that.
She's not going
she wants me all to herself.
You ever catch your wife looking at you and say to yourself, boy, I'm glad I can't read her mind?
Yeah, she looks at me with such disgust. But then as soon as I bring up, like, other women and stuff...
It's hidden, kind of looking like...
She goes, I would be so jealous. I would die. I would be so jealous. I go, no, you wouldn't. You don't want me anyway. I guess it's gas. Hold it a second. I got a problem. I don't know. She's not into me.
I wonder why.
Man. I love that smell.
About Christopher Reeve's sex life, not yours. And his wife's still hot for him, apparently.
Ooh, Robin.
And if he can do it, I suppose you should be able to. You should be ashamed of yourself.
He's lying. Don't believe it.
I've been to seminars where I've heard guys and women who've had this problem talk about their sex life.
I'm normal and I barely have feelings.
Stop it. He says that he's still in rehab and he has about 3/4 feeling in his left leg.
That's how much feeling Fred has.
And he vowed to walk again in 10 years.
10 years?
Who's going to check up?
Yeah, who's going to remember that?
Let's put that in your computer.
All right.
And put a...
I'll put an alarm on it.
Alarm.
I have an alarm. I could actually do that. I could set it for 10 years from today.
2006.
Christopher Reeve should be walking.
That's right. Put it in there.
Right now?
Yes.
All right. It's going to take me a minute.
Oh, then I'll continue talking.
Yeah, I'll put it in, though.
Tony, I want to know that we'll be able to check up in 10 years.
All right, you keep talking. I'll get it all set up.
Tony Award-winning actress Zoe Caldwell collapsed during a performance of Master Class.
I never saw that.
Oh, you don't see anything.
I don't want to see it.
Her hit Broadway show.
I bet it was better than when it usually is.
Well, the audience thought it was part of the show.
They always do. Remember that guy who died on stage
Yes.
and they thought it was part of the show?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, she plays this opera diva, Maria Callas, in the play, and she's always carrying on and having her little, emotional breakdowns. Well, when she collapsed, the audience, they don't know the play, so they thought, the collapse is a part of her emotionalism. And she's laying there, and one of the other people on stage with her at the time knelt down next to her and starts calling off stage for help.
Yeah.
So why not assume that that's just a part of the play? And then finally they said there was, a public broadcasting announcement, on the PA system.
Right.
That they, needed a doctor if there was one in the house. And they could tell that the guy who came on stage was a real doctor because he stumbled getting onto the
pretty
stage.
good.
And that's when they realized they weren't seeing a performance. So the 62-year-old actress was treated at St. Clair's Hospital in Manhattan last night and released. They think that she's probably suffering from exhaustion. There is no understudy for her, so the rest of the play was canceled after she collapsed.
Is that right?
Yeah. That's the one Helen Goldsby is understudying.
Oh, that's the one?
Yeah.
Oh, so then she can step in.
Well, she can't step in for Zoe Caldwell. She doesn't understudy that part.
I'm sure she could.
Hopes are high today for the family of that brain-damaged police officer in Tennessee. I was telling you about Gary Dockery last week. He uttered his first words and then had to go into surgery, and there was fear that he might not be able to talk once he got out of the operation, that the anesthesia might destroy the part of his brain that had allowed him to talk.
Right.
Well, he said his first words last night.
We have tape of them.
You do?
I never get sore testicles. They are.
Oh, my goodness. I don't think so.
Sure? I'm still setting the alarm for Christopher Reeve, by the way. Don't think I'm not doing it. It takes a second, though.
Now the policeman's family's trying to keep him talking.
I never get sore testicles. Keep saying that.
Apparently last night he said good night to somebody who was sitting there, and they're hoping that that's just the first of many words he will be saying as time goes on.
How do you set the alarm again, Robin?
I don't know, Howard. You're supposed to know all that computer stuff.
That was on a 1-minute operation.
No, it really is. I just can't remember. The system settings has an alarm, a built-in internal alarm, and I'm just trying to remember where it is. But I swear I'll set it.
Good news for Steve Forbes. He now has qualified to be on the ballot in every district in New York.
Wow.
A federal judge in Brooklyn sided with Forbes for president.
Is he still running?
The campaign office for Forbes, yeah. He'd been trying to qualify for the March 7th New York primary, but the rules for the Republican primaries are so stringent and difficult in New York, he was having trouble. So now he's going to be on the ballot in all of them.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, they say that this is ridiculous what these people try to do to keep candidates off the ballot.
Don't be afraid.
And the other candidates are still running around campaigning. Pat Buchanan got a full head of steam on. He actually did do exactly what he said the other day. He went to Mount Rushmore and started looking for a spot for himself.
Yeah.
Here's Pat Buchanan.
He's a regular funny guy.
I have a political philosophy, an economic philosophy, that says we Americans have got to start putting our own country first.
I think he wants us to produce more zit cream.
You think you could use some of that? He also had this to say.
He's just like a redneck, man. I just can't dig him at all.
Well, he's had some bizarre things to say about a lot of issues.
Yeah. Against the theory of evolution.
And not only that, he praised Adolf Hitler as a leader.
Yeah.
And he's not sure about those numbers from the Holocaust.
Yeah. He's got some interesting stuff.
What we do have is ideas.
Ideas.
Yeah, your ideas are not to do anything.
Right.
I don't want to go to war. I don't want to have trade. I don't want to have immigration. I don't want.
And what we do have, I think, is an attitude that when we go into politics, we believe a man ought to say what he means and mean what he says.
Little grammar problem there.
Thought he had a rhyme going, and then it failed him.
He sounds like the new cast of Saturday Night Live, reading off the cue cards.
Meanwhile, the backlash against Pat Buchanan is beginning to rise. Colin Powell was interviewed on prime time last night by Sam Donaldson and said he couldn't vote for Pat Buchanan, even though he's a Republican, if he gets the nomination.
Never mind Colin Powell. Fred was talking against him this morning.
Pat sometimes gives out messages of intolerance, which I think are very unfortunate. And I think what he is going to have to do if he wants to remain a viable candidate in the weeks and months ahead is to convince the American people that he is not giving out a message of intolerance.
I thought he was going to say he should enlist in the Army and become a general. Then he would have credibility.
Here is Senator Mark Hatfield.
Who's he?
He's a senator.
I think I could summarize my feelings by saying that Abraham Lincoln must be turning over in his grave.
That's
You're
how
kidding.
he feels.
Can we get tape of that?
Pat Buchanan. And he certainly doesn't think he could be the standard bearer for the Republican Party.
You think Lincoln now has his ass facing the sky? Is that what he's saying?
That's what he's implying.
If we dig up Lincoln right now, his ass will be in the air?
Be ass up.
Ass up? My last boyfriend was always ass up.
And here's Lamar Alexander still out on the stump, trying to make it a two-man race between himself and Pat Buchanan.
Stump!
I will make certain that in the next few days, I lead the fight against Buchananism in our party. I believe that I can stand up there with Bill Clinton better than anybody else next October and lead the fight against Clintonism.
Now, if someone knew who you were, it would be even be better.
Everything would be fine.
Well, he's got a point. Actually, this is kind of good for Lamar Alexander. Because, like, you're kind of looking at it, you go, well, Dole doesn't have the juice to beat Buchanan even.
What is the alternative? And
Buchanan isn't a viable, electable candidate. So maybe you go with this younger guy, Lamar. Rommel spelled backwards.
So that's where the Republican Party stands right now. They're still campaigning and campaigning hard.
Lamar.
Everybody's talking about the fact that Bob Dole is trying to regain his momentum, so he's getting tougher and more aggressive. We'll just have to see what happens.
Glad my parents didn't name me Lamar. Howard's bad enough.
Well, you don't come from Tennessee to get names like that down there.
Fred tells me Mars Lamar is a big name. Lamar Shin.
Very popular.
Also in the news is this spousal abuse case against Warren Moon, that quarterback. Who's he playing for now? I forget.
I don't even know what sport he's in.
He's in football.
So gassy.
I'm trying to talk to you, and you're worried about your gas.
Go for it. You want to hear it? You know you do. Here.
No, I don't.
Right, you just do the news, and some point during the news, my gas will appear. Go ahead. Let's wait. Go ahead. Just start the story.
Like a treasure.
No, go ahead. Come on. Go ahead. Warren Moon, yeah.
Well, anyway, he's on trial because he was accused of beating his wife. As Fred informed us the other day, it was one of the kids who called. The wife did not want to testify, but the prosecutors in the case decided to press the issue anyway. Moon has admitted that he probably did cause some of his wife's injuries, but not intentionally.
Right, it was an accident.
So here is his lawyer, Rusty Hardin, who feels that the evidence for the prosecution's case is not there.
Evidently, it never is. I don't think there's been a conviction this year yet.
There are no convictions anymore.
They have got to conclude beyond a reasonable doubt that every element that the state has alleged is there. And they're going to have to conclude beyond a reasonable doubt that she felt pain, in other words, bodily injury from these, and that they're going to have to conclude beyond a reasonable doubt that he either did it intentionally or knowingly or recklessly.
Our lawyer's great. They sue you. They sue the state if the state doesn't step in when a woman gets beaten. And then they sue you or make trouble as soon as you try to prosecute a guy for doing it. And they always have some answer. They're going to have to prove...
Interestingly, they're going to have to... The jury is going to have to believe that this woman has injuries that they can see. Obviously, there must have been some evidence that she was hit.
It's amazing.
And they're going to have to believe that they didn't hurt.
Right. Lawyers are incredible. They're just incredible. I'm not even sure they're people. I think there's something else. You know how there's like people in the animal kingdom and there's like, you know, different species? I'm pretty sure that they are something other than human.
How could you say the woman, you know, that this woman had...
How do they sleep at night?
And they say the jury has to believe that hurt.
And there's so much legal mumbo-jumbo. Of course no one can get convicted anymore. And they say they murdered this man. They didn't murder this man. The man was shot by them, but the man was going to attack him with his back turned.
The man got in the way of the bullet.
That's right. Now, whose fault is that? Why don't we just open all the jails? Yeah, go for it. Just open up all the jails.
Really, man.
We have a case here in
right,
New York
OJ.
of a doctor, Dr. Claude Michel of Long Island.
I used to go to Dr. Claude Ball.
Well, this is not the same doctor. You can still go to
Who's this, Dr. Claude Michel?
Yes, he was found murdered in Brooklyn in a gruesome way.
Is anybody alive in Brooklyn anymore?
The people who report these things.
Nobody left.
They say that he was mutilated as well. And they're not sure of what went on here, but they say he had just ended an extramarital affair.
Right.
They were talking to his ex-girlfriend. They released her, but they are still talking to the girlfriend's live-in boyfriend.
Well, that magable.
Yeah, they say this guy was...
involved in a lot of hanky-pinky.
You know, they not only savagely murdered him, but they cut off his penis.
Oh. Holy mackerel. That's smart.
That's why they're beginning to feel that this had something to do with what he might have been doing with it since he lost it. So that's how they're looking into it. So we'll have to see how that one turns out.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, on Long Island, a man who worked at a pizzeria was arrested the other day. They say he used to display nude pictures of himself to young boys.
You can't do that?
Well, that's not exactly why they arrested him. They are charging him with sexual abuse because sometimes he would get the young boys and give them money to write their initials on his buttocks.
You can't do that? I know radio executives that have me do that to them.
Well, you're a consenting adult.
Oh.
The guy allegedly would put his nude pictures around. You know, they'd just be full frontal without a head on them. So the picture would be like from the shoulders down to his knees or something, but he'd be totally nude. And he would just sort of lay them around the playground or at a school.
Right.
And then go somewhere and sit in his van or hide and watch the kids' reactions to him when they
really?
see the picture.
How old are the kids?
They say boys is between the ages of 11 and 13.
But what's the sexual arousal of getting someone to sign your buttocks?
If I knew, Howard, I would tell you.
I'm just trying to think it through. Like...
Just to have the contact, I guess. Yeah. You know, to have the boy looking at your butt and actually having to pay enough attention to write his initials on it.
Sarcastic.
Oh, stop it. They arrested this 29-year-old Francis J. Pizzuto.
Awful.
They say that he was not married and lives with his mother.
Yeah, you don't want to be married and doing that kind of stuff.
Well, unfortunately, a lot of people are married and still doing this stuff, but... They got him because one of the kids told his mother.
Wow.
And they didn't know that these photographs were his since his head wasn't in them, but then one of the parents got his partial license plate from his van one day, I guess when he was leaving the scene.
I
so they sort of tied it all together. And the sexual abuse charges come from the fact that he was having the kids right on his butt.
Nothing will happen to him. Nobody goes to jail for anything anymore.
Oh, you never know. You never know. You can only
telling
hope.
you.
O.J. Simpson will be back in a lawyer's office today, continuing his deposition.
I would love to.
In the wrongful death suit filed against him by the families of Ron Goldman and Nicole Simpson.
I would love to.
Cato. O.J. got a break from his grueling testimony a few weeks ago because his lawyers had some problems. Now he'll be back, and they expect the questioning to be quite extensive today. The lawyers expect to go into his finances.
Now, you're not going to get a hold of them.
We'll have to see. They want to know how much O.J. has, so they'll know how much to ask for, I suppose.
Right. They got a complicated financial situation. Just put him in jail. He's guilty.
A former Dutchess County prosecutor is suing for defamation of character as a result of the Tawana Brawley case back in 1987.
I don't blame that guy.
Assistant District Attorney Stephen Pagonis is suing Brawley, the Reverend Al Sharpton, and Brawley's attorneys Alton Maddox and C. Vernon Mason for defamation.
Yeah, they were going around saying all kind of crap about that guy.
Ms. Brawley, who lived in Poughkeepsie, claimed she was abducted and raped by Pagonis on Thanksgiving Day in 1987. She claimed she was placed in a plastic garbage bag. After the rape, I suppose.
That was so wacky when they started blaming
Sharpton
him.
became the family spokesman, claiming a racial motive for the attack on Brawley, who was 16 at the time, and Maddox and Mason were her attorneys.
Poor guy suing all people who have no money.
Former New York State Attorney General Robert Abrams, what did you say? He's suing people with no money?
Yeah, I mean,
he's suing for his name back. I'm sure he still has to live with these allegations since nobody ever went to court. Former New York State Attorney General Robert Abrams, acting as the special prosecutor in the case, investigated, and after 9 months, he determined that the teenager made up the attack as an excuse for staying out all night. Pagonis lost his job after the charges were made, and he has filed a civil suit that is being heard by the Supreme Court Justice S. Barrett Hickman in Putnam County.
Yeah, Al Sharpton just made all these accusations, and the guy just goes on with his life. Yeah, goes away. On to the next ridiculous case. Everyone in the world knew Tawana Brawley was making it up, but he had to go blame it on this guy.
And they've never given any explanation for it.
Yeah. So the only person who got raped in that case was what's his name?
Stephen Pagonis.
Yeah.
And finally, what do you think of this? The Westchester jury.
I think it stinks. What is it?
You say there's no convictions, but here's one.
Right.
Has convicted a frail 72-year-old man of second-degree manslaughter after he admitted to strangling his wife.
Oh, I believe in that. I would have done the same thing to the guy.
Burton Barling admitted locking his hands around his wife's neck after she ridiculed him for being impotent.
You mean you can't strangle your wife in this country?
Impotent, whatever that word.
OJ can do it.
Well, you can't ridicule a guy for being impotent, I guess.
Oh. Maybe she wouldn't listen. So, of course...
He strangled her. You know, he got a little carried away. She was laughing at him because he couldn't get it up.
Jesus.
But he says he never meant to kill her. Well, the jury deliberated for 3 hours and returned its verdict.
Yeah.
He could be sentenced to probation. Or from up to 15 years.
Probation?
Well, that's what I'm telling you.
Everybody's going to kill their wife.
What's the option?
What is this? Probation? 15 years, he killed her. What is this?
Haven't you ever accidentally strangled somebody to death?
Well, if I couldn't get it up, I'd probably kill him. Kill myself. All right.
So, there you have it.
Thank you, Robin.
That's what's happening. He didn't even realize she was dead until the next morning.
Well, let my father hear this story.
Can you imagine? He had his hands around her throat.
What?
He let her go after she stopped moving. It wasn't until the next morning he realized his wife was dead. But then he wrapped her up in garbage bags and put her in the trunk of his car and drove around aimlessly for a while. Then he dumped her body near a Bronx garbage heap.
The way my wife lays there, I wouldn't know if she was dead.
You could wrap her up unintentionally,
Right.
and she could wake up.
The day I wrapped her up and took her out, I didn't realize. All right, Robin.
Anyway, that's what's
Thank you. And let's do a couple of plugs here. Jackie Jokeman, your plug first. Jackie the Joke Man, Penthouse Martling. Get the very funny 2-hour video of your wild game Stump the Joke Man. Only $15 plus $4 shipping and handling. Jokeland special. Buy two, get one free. Call 1-800-323-KING. I'll stump you. I'll try to joke on you. Want to play Stump the Joke Man? Okay.
How much?
What's the worst thing about having sex with your brother?
Oh, here you go again.
What?
The crib breaks.
Blood in the diaper.
Tell you.
That's the wrong setup again.
Oh. This Friday, February 23rd.
Guy goes to the doctor. He's got a banana in one ear and a carrot in the other ear. And a
Don't even tell this joke. It's so unfunny.
in each nostril. And the doctor says, you're just not eating right.
He thinks that's great. He told me that before. I said, don't do that on my show.
Then he says he's just...
Okay.
What?
He's going to blame it on the little kid.
I am sorry.
This Friday, February 23rd, two big shows at the new Catch a Rising Star on South Street in Philadelphia. For Jokeland's web address and Sergeant Pecker information, call 516-922-WINE.
Thank you.
Join King Norris, Fred's band, Unplugged at Detour on 13th near First in Manhattan. That's this Saturday. Come see Steve the Gorilla Gorillo this Saturday night hosting a beauty contest at Hollywood's in West Orange, New Jersey.
I live with you.
You heard him on the air. He's looking for an apartment. Contest starts at 10 p.m. For more information and direction, call 201-672-8777.
He's going to get it.
I got to do appearances in my play, and now I got to move?
Now I got to move and live with homos? Jesus.
If you're planning a wedding or party and you need a DJ, call Scott the Engineer's Rockin' It Cayman at 718-BAG-5040. We'll see you tomorrow.